Well, blow me down. It's that time of the week again where I look at various bits of electronic merchandise that some twats decide to give me as a present, or I've been stupid enough to give to myself. A while back I looked at this. It was the iZone 2012, and despite its cheap-looking appearance, it is a decent NES emulator machine for your television. I'm going to try and push my luck further by looking at something else with the Zone in the title. It's the Zone 60, or the Zone to the 60th power, or whatever, the special metallic edition as well. I've spared no expense to bring you the joy. Now, can you guess what console they're trying to rip off here? I'm not going to tell you, I'll tell you at the end of the video. Give you some time to think about it. Comes with bonus accessories, a tennis racket, a golf club, and a baseball bat. Something the Wii doesn't have. Although, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these, although they're free, so free's nice. 60 built-in games. That's low enough to be true as well. Nice. 11 interactive games and 49 arcade games. Surely arcade games are interactive, easy plug-and-play setup. Oh, let's have a look here at the people. Yeah, not as nice as the people on the Magnavox box. I preferred the 70s style photo, and I don't think these people are actually playing games. Yeah, all the faces are wrong and not actually... Their eye line is also completely messed up. They must be looking at several different televisions. Oh, we got a really cool street kid from the 90s trying to play boxing with it, with what looks like a very badly photoshopped Zone 60 there on the television desk. Anyway, let's have a look down here, and 32-bit graphics. Considering that I've been mainly looking at either 8-bit stuff or 16-bit, 32 bits? Nice. I think I'll enjoy this. Then again, maybe not. I don't think that this is $80 worth, and incidentally I did not get it at that price, or that price. I got it a little bit lower, so there you go. Probably only about $5 lower. Let's have a look at the back of the box then, before we look at the console. We get some screenshots. As we can see, yeah, they're really going after the Nintendo Wii market, aren't they? Oh, damn. I've spoilt the ending now, haven't I? You get 2 controllers. The gods of generosity has smiled upon you, O wise consumer. Real-time action, which somehow means the world still revolves. Wireless. That's not really true. It's got AV jacks, it's got a power cord. In fact, it's got several wires. Ages 5 and up. Very good. Now, yeah, there's your full array of games. I'm not going to look at all of them. I'm going to look at these highlighted 11, because they're the ones that actually make use of the knockoff Wiimote. All the others are just plain old arcade games, which I may or may not get around to reviewing. I don't know, it depends what mood I'm in. Alright, that's enough of looking at the box. Let's move on and have a look at the console. There's your special metallic edition of the Zone to the 60th power. Before we look at that in depth, let's have a quick look at the controller and the various things you can shove into it. Alrighty, we got A, B, X, Y. Once again, it's a different combination of those 4 letters. If you play Nintendo, it's A, B, X, Y. If you've played a Dreamcast, or if you're more hip and with it and play one of those new Xbox machinies, then it's A, B, X, Y, and that always confuses me whenever I jump cross-platform. Rather annoying. Start and select, once again, that's also been flipped. So, yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of wrong button pushes while I try and play this. So, yeah, fun. On, off, that's to let you know that this is Player 2's controller, and the D-pad is the worst D-pad that I've felt. It is unbelievably stiff and very uncomfortable. Yeah, this is easily the worst that I've ever actually used. And there's your slot for inserting these various bits of plastic. Let's look at them now, shall we? We'll start with the golf club. As you can see, it looks like a cheap kid's golf club. Made out of very thin, hollow, cheap, nasty plastic. Lovely. We've got a baseball bat made out of exactly the same thing. Squeezy and hollow. Not nice. Tennis racket. Well, we'll put the tennis in. Let's have a look. There we go. Slots in there and... Yep, play for hours. It's definitely not as nice as the virtual tennis set that I looked at last week, so there you go. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, let's actually have a look at the very shiny Zone 60, the special metallic edition. Infrared sensor there for sensing the remote. You got your power and reset button there. Useless bit of blue plastic there to make it look slightly hip, and your cords go there, despite the fact that it said it was wireless. Yeah, I guess it's, I don't know. No, it doesn't look a thing like the Wii, actually. More rounder, not as nice, and incredibly light. Seriously, there's probably about one circuit board just down here. In fact, I think it's going to give the old lightest console ever a bit of a run for its money. Incidentally, when I first got this out of the box, I gave it to a person of mine at my work, and they dropped it. And it was quite funny because they thought it was actually an expensive piece of kit, and when I said I only paid a couple of dollars for it, yeah, I had a good laugh. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to plug this in, and we are going to test the 11 motion-censored games.
If you're expecting similar quality like Wii Tennis, then you will be disappointed. If you're expecting the same quality as the virtual tennis set I reviewed previously, you will also be disappointed. While they're graphically similar, the controls seem to miss swings occasionally and lacks a bit of polish in comparison. They also misspell net, so there. Keeping with the Wii Sports knockoff feel, they have included baseball. Press up when the bar is around the green zone and flick the remote to swing when the ball passes. The same controls are used for pitching. It's not that enjoyable. Play several rounds of mini-golf in some sets of islands around the Pacific Ocean. Press up to start the bar and flick the remote to swing. It's rather simple, but for a mini-golf game it's actually quite enjoyable, surprisingly. Score as many points as you can in a minute. The cursor moves slightly by itself, but it can be controlled with the D-pad. Once again, flick the remote to throw a dart. This would be better if the motion used to throw a dart was anything like real life though. Face some cheeky Asian kid in a game of ping pong where he constantly rallies the ball for minutes. Swing the remote when the ball disappears off the screen. It seems that the kid manages to hit the ball even after it passes him, the cheating prick. Beat the shit out of that cheating ping pong player from earlier. This is one of the few single-player games on the console, as you need both controllers to throw left and right fists. Is it wrong to beat up children in slow-mo though? This version of Pool would be very similar to the same version seen on the NES and the Master System. You are scored on how quickly you can sink the balls, and if you sink them in numerical order you get bonus points. This was actually my personal favourite among the so-called interactive games. Dance Dance Revolution for your thumbs. It's rubbish. Shoot hoops in a certain amount of time. For some reason this has the worst controls amongst the games and was guesswork on whether you push up or flick the remote first. Otherwise it could have been rather good. Here we go again with the Wii Sports counterfeiting. Flick the remote to bowl instead of doing the actual bowling action though. If it was me, I would stick with the Wii version. Finally, we go fishing. Just without the stories among everyone. Or the beer. Or the fish feast afterwards. You know, I've never really understood the appeal of virtual fishing games myself.
And that's all the interactive games that are on the Zone 60, and to be quite honest with you, I'm going to have to give it a thumbs down. It didn't tickle my fancy. It might hurt the creators' feelings, but then again, I'm not in this business to make friends. I'm in this business to... Actually, I'm not sure why I'm in this business. Anyway, the reason why I'm marking this down is, well, the games aren't that good, to tell you the truth. I enjoyed the pool, and I enjoyed golf. Those were two that were decent, and darts was... Ooh, could have just made it in as well. All the others just didn't really compare to the other offerings that are out there at roughly the same price. Another thing that also brings it down in terms of points is the remote. None of these buttons are needed for any of the games, except for the arcade ones, which I'm not going to look at because I'm lazy. But with the motion control, if you're expecting this for pool or something like that for darts, you're going to be disappointed because it only detects this movement, the flicking of the wrist straight up and down. So I'm not sure how this relates to pool or to darts or golf even. But actually, it would look even more stupider now that I do this and you're playing golf by slamming the club end into the ground. I'm pretty sure you'll be kicked out of the grounds if you did that in real life. Anyway, so yeah, that's my whole reason why I don't like the Zone 60. I don't know, maybe the arcade games will be decent. Either way, I did notice this in the official manual for the console. In its first page, the first warning. If you are looking to purchase or own an Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Wii, or equivalent, this product does not compare or compete with these technologies. Zone 60 is a family entertainment game for ages 5 and up. Well, I'm going to give them 5 points for being honest. Although I would have liked it on the actual packaging. Anyway, play us out, Dancing Kid.